Ron Holmes with Riker USA, and we're out here with MIRA Tactical at Ant Hill Range in Bolivia, North Carolina, and we are extremely fortunate that the sun is shining on us today, other than what you saw in episode 1 with the wind and the rain. Today we are going to introduce our 3 shooters to the MIRA gas masks. They're each going to get a separate mask. Each of them is different, and then we're going to come on out and we're going to get warmed up with some basic to intermediate pistol drills, transitioning into the carbine, working up to rifle, pistol, transition drills, and then moving into some shooting, moving, elevated heart rate drills, and then adding in shooting while wounded with the use of the X-Force Tourniquet. This is going to be a great day. We're going to add a lot of value to everybody's lives because the 3 shooters that we have out here are intermediate level shooters, but they have never done this with a gas mask. Like we always say, train how you fight, fight how you train. Let's go get it done. We are going to give you guys a class on the mask that you're going to have, how to properly put the mask on. Once we get that done, we're going to go into some pistol warm-up. So you have the CM8.
My name's Adam. I'm here with MIRA Tactical and Riker USA, learning how to do gas mask and shooting at the same time. Super excited, learning how to be safe and effective.
What mask is this?
CM6.
Uh-huh. Very good, sir. All right, and Adam has which one? Look at this. Which one does he have?
CM8.
Mm-hmm. And you can go get mommy hers. What is mommy gonna wear?
The CM7M.
Mm-hmm. We call that one what?
The creepy.
The creepy mask?
Creepy mask.
So right now, I'm left-handed shooter, so this one is set up with the filter on the right side so it doesn't interfere with my cheek weld and my line of sight when I'm on the rifle. So to fix that, to change that, they do come set up for a right-handed shooter. All you have to do is, and it's on here aggressively, just remove that plug, unscrew from this side, screw it onto this side, and then you can thread the filter, whichever filter that you're going to be using, and you put it on the other side. So Adam, yours is set up for a right-handed shooter. All right, so you have your mask, you have the harness flipped over like this, so you have this nice open area right here. Now, one of the things, whenever you use your mask, you practice whatever, you always want to inspect, you always want to clean it, give it a good wipe down. You want to make sure your little filters, these little white rings are in here next to the nose piece. Now, what I'm going to do is, in the event of a contamination or I need to put this on, so something happens, and I'm just going to go put my chin into the chin cup, right? So chin first, and push it back, right? Now, if this mask fits properly, I should already start getting a seal. Now I'm going to reach up and I'm going to grab this harness and then I'm going to work it around my head. I'm going to keep applying direct pressure so I know right now I have a seal. And I'm just going to start pulling bottom to top, right? So I did the bottom. Now I'm going to do the middle. And then I'm going to hit the top. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hand, I'm going to put it over the intake valve on the filter and suck in as hard as I can. Now, you guys can hear me pretty good, right? I'm not really talking that much louder and I'm not actually forcing the words out. That's what I'm talking about. This speech diaphragm is incredible. And even with this big, the 77 filter on, I mean, it is honestly pleasant to wear this mask. You guys have no idea like how bad it used to be. This is incredible. We're gonna practice donning and clearing our mask is what it's called. Thanks for making it, man. We're waiting on you. So we're getting ready to jump into it. We already went through the mask. This is your 6M mask. So our drill will be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, nothing happened. Finger off the trigger, come back, tap the gun, rack the slide. Muzzle's always pointed in a safe direction. Reacquire a good grip. Present back out, get that last sight picture, come back and holster. Once we've done that a few times, that'll get us warmed up, get you guys used to finding your sight picture in the mask. Then we're going to do is we're going to come out, we're going to present, we're going to get that empty magazine, we're going to get that empty mag, insert that empty mag, rack the slide is going to lock to the rear, let the slide go home, get your sight picture, come back and holster. Press out. You got your sight in the middle. Nothing happened. Tap, rack, identify, drop a mag. Now, what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna sit here, we're gonna come on down, and we're gonna work on loading our rifles. Keep in mind, when you put the mask on, this is why we have this elevated riser. This is where having the grip and the tight sling and getting that buttstock right here.
That feels good, yeah.
Okay? Start understanding to operate by feel. Because here's the other thing too. What if you have a protective mask on for whatever reason? Whether it be for a fire, like in the home, or it be in, like, you know, apocalyptic civil war, there's smoke and stuff everywhere, right? You're run the potential of having limited visibility, right? So being able to operate by touch is a sense that you need to work on. This is where, how we started, how we warmed up, teaching you guys how to train yourself. That's what we want to do. Does that make sense? All right. We're going to go through a couple mags. We're going to come on up. We're going to experience a dry fire, right? So why do we have two weapon systems? We have two weapon systems because depending on the engagement, if my rifle goes dry, if I have a malfunction, which is a stoppage of fire, whether I'm empty, I have a double feed, failure to feed, or a triple feed, right? Whatever that is, when I put pressure on the burger hook, it did not go bang. I need to get back in the fight because bullets are still coming at me. It is faster at that point for me to transition from my primary to my secondary and get rounds going in the opposite direction. So on this one, this is where when we take that first dry fire shot, I want you guys taking your time, finding that spot with your buttstock and the grips, right? And your body position. You want to get it to where it's kind of natural. And this is the importance of dry fire, right? Especially when we're adding in a really new piece of gear like the protective mask. All right. Up.
So it feels a little bit different, but nothing you can't get used to.
All right, guys, so we're gonna go into shooting and moving and working up to a transition. And where you guys are all gonna set up, you're gonna set up in between two targets so there's no target in front of you. The goal of this is for you to walk straight. I'm gonna have you guys online together, nice and slow, and continuing to shoot and move. Shoot when you are comfortable, right? I want you shooting, moving. I don't want you moving, stopping, shooting, moving, stopping. I want shooting and moving. All right, so we're going to continue to train, but TJ's got some previous engagements, and we were just grateful that he could come on out and get out here and learn how to shoot with the gas mask on. Before you leave, what are some of the takeaways that you got as a new shooter and new to shooting with a gas mask?
Well, first off, as a MIRA owner of a gas mask personally, it was great that I got to finally actually put one on to see what it's like. So I've learned how to actually, the equipment works in real life performance, holding my rifle, holding my pistol, and there's definitely needs to be some more training. You helped me overcome a lot of challenges and hurdles that I didn't know existed until we came out here. So I greatly appreciate you training me and taking me through the rings with this. It was an awesome experience.
You know, there's no, I always say there's no escaping the fundamentals.
Yeah.
And just getting those reps in. So, and I think we did pretty, for the little bit of time today, and the first time you doing it, man, it was awesome. I always love spending a day with you on the range. Yeah, man.
Yeah, dude,
Thanks,
you gave me
bro.
a lot to think about. I'm going to go home and practice it.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
You guys
All
have
right.
fun out there.
All right, guys, so we're going to go into the final part of our training that we've done today, and it's going to be a little bit of a physical stressor, but we are going to add in the what kind of tourniquet is this? X-Force tourniquet. The thing we like about this tourniquet is it's a zip tie. You just start it here. It's a zip tie, and I call it a snowboard ratchet. So if you snowboard, you know what I'm talking about, all right? Super easy to apply. I fell in love with this because a kid can do it on themselves, a kid can do it on an adult, but also an elderly person. Oh, dude, I got shot in the leg. Oh, man, I'm bleeding. Help me out. Help me out. Oh, gosh. Oh. Oh, what are you doing? You're so little. How do you know how to do this? Oh, come on, hurry up. I'm bleeding. Am I going to die? What? You are a horrible bedside manner. All right, come on. Get it high. Remember, get it up and high. Get it high. Pull. Pull hard and fast. Let's go. Come on. Up. Get it up high. There we go.
Good job, Frank.
Good. Now, ratchet. Tight. Make it tight. Make it hurt.
Wait till he screams.
Keep going. Oh. Yep. No, keep going. Keep going. One more. Oh, yeah. Your medical has to be first and foremost. And it's not, if you have a med kit and it's just Band-Aids and Neosporin, you don't have a med kit, right? So you want to look at companies like My Medic, like North American Rescue, Stat Medical with the X-Force tourniquets. These things, these are all life-saving equipment. It's like the fire extinguisher. You got to have it in the event you need it rather than need it and not have it. But more importantly, just like we're out here with the gas mask, one of the things that we're trying to relay with MIRA U Tactical is that you gotta train with the equipment. So it does you no good, like, oh, I have all this stuff. I've invested all this money into this equipment, but I've invested no time into the application process and the training. So what we've done here is that we're going to be able to now shoot, move, and communicate with our gas mask on, and then we're gonna have a little bit of medical play tying everything we did today out here on the range. And I want to thank my assistant, who is my son, for helping me demonstrate the tourniquet. All right, so we're gonna get to training. We're gonna do our final exercise, and tourniquets are in play. All right, so we're gonna start here, and we're gonna start with a little physical work, get the heart rate up, and start getting those respirations in, and finding out where, like, that part where we actually have to take a pause to catch our breath. All right, I got fresh targets up, and I am going to demonstrate what we're gonna do. But we are going to shoot 3 rounds at each of the yard lines, and we're going to change mags on the move. Now, you shoot, move, and communicate as fast as you can do it accurately. This is going to be difficult, all right, but it's going to be fun. I've done this a million times without a mask, very few times. It's been a long time since I've done this type of drill with a mask on, like 15 years long. So this will be fun for me too. All right, I'm gonna grab my pistol grip and my Riker grip, and I'm gonna do 10 air squats. And then I'm gonna walking lunge to the start line. And I'm gonna stop in a kneeling position. I'm gonna shoot 3 on steel. I missed one time. I'm safe. 5 push-ups. Run to the next yard line. Change mags. Woo! That was fun. Shots from the kneeling on a piece of steel. Oh! Give me 5, give me 5. All right, move to the next point. Change mags on the move. Bring your point of aim up. Oh, damn. 15! All right, here we go, here we go. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Change mags on the move. There we go. Good. Okay. All right. This is 2-shot paper. 2-shot. Breathe. All right, to the next point. Next point. Over here. Pistol. Goes on the line. 2 headshots. Target. Oh, damn, tourniquet. Ugh. Thank you. I'm sitting here just laughing at him. Oh.
Leg, I
Leg,
assume?
upper, yeah, right leg, right leg. My bone is crushing. That's good.
Good, as in you're done?
Yeah, no, you're good.
Okay.
All right, we're good. All right, so we're wrapping up episode 2, MIRA Tactical, out here at Ant Hill Range. We had an amazing day. We had 3 amazing students, and we taught all kinds of new stuff to them, how to operate safely and effectively 2 weapon systems, a rifle and a pistol. But more importantly, we taught them how to do it wearing a MIRA gas mask. And all of us, myself included, as far as the instructor, looking for cues on how to help them be better and do better with their equipment, but help them understand it, not get frustrated, work through the problems to get to the ultimate goal, which is to shoot, move, and communicate accurately. I know that, like I said earlier, it's been over 15 years since I've actually trained in a gas mask on a range, and it was extremely pleasant. Again, I'm just going to compare to the first gas mask I used in 1989 to now. Running, shooting, and moving with this and talking, it is like, it's extreme comfort, I guess, is the thing that comes to my mind. You guys have nothing to compare this to, but I'm going to tell you, this is a Rolls Royce of gas masks, like hands down. So I think, Adam, you're more of like the newer shooter who's been working with me. And definitely, you know, we've had a lot of talks about preparedness and getting ready. And that's one of the things that we are pushing here at MIRA Tactical, is that we want to send a message out there like, come to us for knowledge. Come to us if you are a beginner, you are a seeker. A huge compliment to me is that people want to reach out, who want to train with me, but when I can see you correcting yourself on the lawn, right? So having trained with me a few times now and coming out here and doing something 100%, like the entire day was completely new to you, what are some takeaways you had?
I could breathe clearly. I could definitely feel like the suction to my face, so I knew I was getting the benefit that I needed to get out of it. So it was super easy to work with. It was super easy to to figure out right away. With a little bit of instruction, I caught right on. And then ultimately working through it, keeping it on while I was moving, going down, doing like 37 push-ups, and everything else that I had to do out here today, it stayed with me, and I felt really good through it all. I definitely felt like I could do this at home, do some training, get my wife involved, make sure my kids know at least how to put it on. I put it on wrong one time and figured out that's why you don't put it on that way.
And that's why we do this, right?
100%.
This is where if we're going to fail, and we're going to find equipment failures, and we're going to find failures within ourselves, this is where we do it. So now, to my best friend, my better half, who has to put up with me, and she almost doesn't have a choice, but I'm extremely fortunate that she's all in on this. She's all in on living a prepared lifestyle, just constantly thinking and trying to improve our posture, whether it be in our vehicle, whether it be in our home, whether it be when we're riding our bikes, which we do everywhere, and constantly thinking and trying to have a plan, but also trying to see things before it happens. Now, you don't get to come out and train as much as you would like to, and as I would like you to, but as our son is getting older, we're going to be coming out here and doing family days like this. The funny thing is that when we when MIRA first sent us the gas masks a few weeks ago, I taught Riker, and Riker turned around and gave you a class on all 3 the gas masks that we had, and then he pretty much ultimately picked the one for you. Yeah. And you ran the CM7M today, and you liked it because it looks scary. And intimidation, especially in a life or death situation, like these things, appearances matter on that. But beyond that, all the shooting you've done with me in the past and everything, now adding the gas mask, and I know how you are physically, but I also know how you cognitively approach everything, not just on the range. Your takeaways.
I think I always hear your voice in the back of my head. So troubleshooting through things, learning the mechanisms of how things work. And like you said, practicing and that repetition, it stays with you. So then you start adding in your scaffolding in new things, making it more challenging. 2 weapon systems, a gas mask, trying to figure out this filter now that is on this side, and I'm trying to squeeze my arms out to shoot my pistol. I kind of felt like what you were saying to Adam about, understanding what was the issue each time and like running that through my head. And I don't really feel like I ever found a point throughout the day where I was like, I don't know what to do. I just adjusted and I adapted and overcame and just kept going.
The one thing that we did have an issue with, because we initially had the high-rise mark with the Arco, and you just couldn't find it. So we were fortunate. We switched it over to the GBRS mount with the T2 on it, and then you put it on, and you were like, got it.
Immediately.
Yeah.
I tried pushing my head forward and everything. I couldn't find that red sight, but yeah, all of it. It was fun, especially the end.
Yes.
Even though we already exercised today. What's another workout?
Now, another thing with this, you guys this is both your guys' first time shooting the Mitchell Defense rifles, but it's also both your time shooting suppressed. What did you guys think?
It was really fun.
It was good.
It was
actually
neat.
quieter than the pistol. It was cool.
Yeah, it is fun, right? Well, I tell you is that, like, I know for us and our family, I know that this is a permanent thing, and you see the value in it.
Yeah.
And we know he does, because he rides his bike all around town and goes into the coffee shop with his gas mask on.
Literally.
Because he adapts. Our son is like, he has committed to a lifestyle of preparedness. I know that you and I, like I said, back to our conversations, you want to raise, the rising tide raises all ships, and this is what you want to do with your family, but not just your immediate family, your extended family too. And I think that that's great. Is that I think one of the things that we also want to portray with our MIRA U Tactical series is that we want to be a beacon. We want to be there for the people that, like I've said throughout this whole series, who are seekers but don't have that cardinal direction, that don't exactly know where to start. And this is it. This is how we grow that community of beginners. This is how we grow that community of people that want to do better and be better, not just for themselves and their families, but for their communities. So I just think that now more than ever, we all need to start coming together. You need to look out, reach out, and find ways in locations and people that are going to train you and give you the training you need, but also make the investment into the appropriate equipment. And I like to call it all life-saving equipment. We had to say goodbye to TJ earlier. Came late, left early. I guess that's the life of a business executive. Yep. And but I want to thank Adam, who's a good friend of ours that we've met through our gym. And I want to thank my wife and my mini-me who's running around here. But again, in our family, we live by the 5 F's and a B: faith, family, fitness, fighting, firearms, and a bow. And if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So from Riker USA and MIRA U Tactical, thank you, and see you on our next episode.